Welcome back, you guys, to another Disneyland Resort construction update. I know it's been a while since we have been here, but I finally had time to get here on my day off. It is early, it is gloomy, it is overcast, but we're going to do the best we can with the light we have. As you can see, they are almost done building the other parking structure. Well, it's still got a few months away, but it's getting closer. And you can see those escalators are turning out really nice. I like how they broke up the roof to the escalator and it's not one solid piece. I think that looks much better than the current escalator right now. I can't wait to get down there and show you where the bridge is going to cross the street from the parking structure to downtown Disney. But as you can see, they're making lots of progress. They have lots of trees already planted where they're going to be. There's going to be a lot of shade down here, you guys. They are going to plant a lot of trees. It's really nice because with all these concrete structures, you need some shade. You need a place to cool off. Now right here on the new parking structure, you can see the entrance to the new parking structure. And this is going to be where the security checkpoint is. It's right underneath that parking structure right there. So they got some colored tiles. And then they have some like interesting, it's like barricades, so it'll filter people through and underneath into security. I think you can see when you get really close in there, you can see actually the actual security checkpoint lines right underneath there on the bottom floor. I like how they did that. I like how it looks. This whole area right here is going to be full of trees and stuff right here. But one thing I really liked is how they encased the stairwell, so you don't see this ugly stairwell. So if you look over here, you can see the stairwell still exposed. They haven't encased it yet. But here they've completely encased it, which makes it look really nice. And I'm still a firm believer that they are going to put plants throughout every floor on those brackets that they've installed there. So on the bottom floor here, or second floor of the parking structure, you can see where the tram loading area is. So the security checkpoint is right over there. You're going to be going through all these little, they have like mini tables. They're really skinny. They'll be checking your bags. They'll have metal detectors that you walk through. And then right here at the tram loading is really interesting. I love how they put the bars up to give you rows for the tram. Because, you know, it's kind of chaotic when you're trying to load onto the tram. Everyone's trying to fight to get in. Here they finally have put like little bars and stuff for you to be able to load on the tram. So that's cool. So then the tram route, because if you look right here, the tram route must angle and then it would go all the way through down over there. Very interesting to see how they're doing this. I love this. I really thought it would be deeper in the security, but the security is like right there. I mean, they must plan on really moving people through that security pretty quick, or have a lot of security checkpoints for the people. I don't know if you can see in there, but you can see how they have these barricades up, and maybe those pillars are like metal detectors underneath the roof there, because I don't see any other metal detectors, but I think they have to search your bags first. Or maybe it's a whole new type of metal detection system. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Because I don't see any metal detectors that you have to walk through underneath there. As you can see, we're still walking on this temporary path here, but this is the actual tram route that we are standing on right here. The tram will be going over here. Through this fence here, you can kind of see there are some planters and some exit ways. This is going to be one of the tram exits, and the tram's going to come up here and then curve around and go underneath this big giant circular people gathering section. Look, you see a guy up there working right now, painting away. So as we come around the corner here, you can see they're already starting to build the bridge right there. You can see it. Like, look, it's coming off of the building right there. I thought there would just be an opening there, but right now they're actually starting to build the bridge right there, which is crazy. It's gonna go from there. And look at, they've already started building the section where the bridge is going to be connecting right there. So you can see it's going to come across the street and it's going to land right there. And then it's going to take you through the downtown Disney parking lot on the left side all the way to downtown Disney. Maybe I need to get down here earlier more often. There is a lot of activity. There are a lot of workers out here. I bet they're glad they're here in the morning because it's nice and cool, and by the afternoon it probably gets really hot in that parking structure area. But you can see right there, they're doing a lot of work. Here in downtown Disney right now, not a lot of construction going on. A lot of it is finished already. I mean, you still don't know what's going on with the movie theater here. We do not know what's going on in the Rainforest Cafe. That is empty now. What's going to go there? And then they do have a pop-up Disney store over here at the ESPN zone, or what was the ESPN zone. It's 30 bucks to get in there. If you're really into Instagram and photography, then that's the place to be. I'm not, so we're not doing it, but for those of you who are, it's a great exhibit. And for those of you who haven't heard, which is probably barely anybody, Black Tap Crazy Shakes and Burgers, Craft Burgers, is now open. We have yet to try this, but we are excited to try the burgers. Not so much the shakes, but the burgers look delicious. So that is it. Not a lot happening in downtown Disney. So let's head on over to Disneyland and see what's happening over here. So I'm still trying to figure out what they did here. I think they shortened the planter. I think you can see like right here on the ground where the grout changes from dark to light. So I think they pushed the planter back a little bit to give you more room, and maybe they widened up this stroller ramp right here. It used to be really small, so I think they made it bigger. I'm not 100% sure on that. The Mad Hatter is still under refurbishment, but don't worry, you can still get all your Mad Hats in there. It is still open for business, but they're just doing some touch-up paint work to keep it fresh. So coming down Main Street, you can still see they have tons of walls up around Adventureland and the Frontierland entrance. It's all about removing the curbs. So you see right here that there's a big curb right here where they're taking those curbs away over there. So that way people with strollers, wheelchairs, and scooters will just be able to get up easy. Here, I'll show you right here. It looks like they've moved the wall back right over here. So you see this used to be just an entrance right here. Then there was a curb right here. And now there is no more curb. So this is going to be much easier for people. No one's going to be tripping and falling over it. People with on wheels, it's going to be so much more accessible for them. You guys, the castle is appearing from behind the tarp. And it looks like they have put on a new roof on a lot of the castle right there. So you can see they have all sorts of little stars and stuff on the roof right there. But the weird thing is the very top roof doesn't look to have changed yet. I don't know if they're going to do it, but they took down the scaffolding. So the lower roofs are a brighter blue, a darker blue, more vibrant, but then the tall one is, it looks the same. The weird thing is like this color right here, this color of peach or pinkish color, it looks different than the color on the castle spire, or the whatever you call that, the tower of the castle. That one looks more like a dull pink, where this one right here is definitely a brighter color. So I'm not sure. And then if you look closely over here, you can see at the very front there's a window there. It's a deeper pink than the tower. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but I do like all the gold things on top of the roof. It's really popping. I like what they've done with it. It's just weird that that roof is a different shade than this roof. Wow, so look at the paint job on this castle. I love all the different colors that they've used here. I love the fact that they've redone that. I love the roof. You can really see a lot of difference right there in the castle. It looks spectacular. I cannot wait for them to unveil the whole thing. Here's just another shot of the roofing and some of the paint job they did on the castle on the side here. I really like it. I really think it pops. It's a little loud because, as you can see, our dragon is gone, and they are probably taking down some scaffolding because they are almost ready to unveil the masterpiece. I really can't get over how much I enjoy the walls and the colors on it. Was it similar to this before? Or this is a new paint job, right? Like, to me, it's like a brand new castle. It is weird though, over on the Tomorrowland side, they did not take away the curb. They still have the curb up. So you would think they would have done this all the way around the hub, but they did not do it. So we are gonna head into Tomorrowland and see what we can find out about the Pizza Planet. But first, just a quick paint job on some rails. They gotta refresh the rails every once in a while. I wish they'd get rid of these darn rocks. And then what is gonna be the fate of Star Tours and Tomorrowland once Star Wars Land or Galaxy Edge opens up? It's official, you guys. Alien Pizza Planet is coming to Tomorrowland. This tells me that I think they're not gonna do a full refurbishment of Tomorrowland for many years, because why would they waste time and money on retheming this and some other things in Tomorrowland if they were just gonna do a complete overhaul real soon? But I can't wait. I mean, I think the inside's probably gonna be very similar. I think they're just making a lot of changes to signage. Maybe they'll add a few more elements, and maybe they'll change some of the names of the foods, but otherwise it's just gonna be Pizza Port with an overlay. So you can see how they pushed this planter back a little bit, change the coloring of the ground. It's just the little things making a little bit of space so people can walk through, more space for stroller parking, more space for crowd control. This is what's happening throughout the park. Casey's Jr. is down for the count right now, so is Storybook Land. the boat ride. But they are just doing some refurbishment on there, just updating it, nothing major happening, repainting rails and stuff in the back. You know, maybe they're back there planting some flowers. I see some workers back there, you know, just replanting, weeding, doing the normal maintenance stuff they need to do. Soon we will be heading down this pathway, walking into Star Wars Land. That wall will be taken down and we will enter a land never before entered at Disneyland. Cannot wait, I'm kind of excited. Actually, I'm really excited, you don't even know. The question is though, will we be going through that entrance? Will we be going through this entrance? Or will we be going through the entrance over by the Country Bear, Hungry Bear restaurant over in Critter Country? Curious minds want to know. I really want to know, like, or are they letting people in from all three entrances, or is it just one? Somebody leave me a comment down below and let me know. Looks like they're doing some work over here on the ground. Maybe they're widening the path more, or they're just redoing the groundwork, but somebody left the door open. So of course we're gonna peek inside and take a look. I wanna see what's happening in there. Very curious. They're all done repainting the Bonanza Outfitters right there. It looks really nice and very green. And they've opened up the walkway to get into Adventureland through Frontierland. Well, that's all I got for Disneyland today. Let's head on over to Disney California Adventure. And right off the bat, you can see there's a big crane back there. I bet that's in Marvel Land. Now open is Mickey's Philharmonic Magic in the old Muppet Theater. I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's the same thing that they have at Walt Disney World. It's weird being over here by Mission Breakout and being able to see Cars Land way in the background. But you can see they're doing some major digging going on over there for Marvel Land or Heroes University or whatever it's going to be called, but there's some equipment over there working on it. Stark Industries is coming soon. Well, really, in a couple years. So we'll come to the other side of Stark Industries, Marvel Land. And you can see they are putting up some framework, adding to the old Bugs Life Theater. And check it out, you guys. This is where the new Spider-Man ride is going to be. We're still wondering what kind of ride this is going to be. Is it going to be a dark ride? Is it going to be a shooter ride? Is it going to be a roller coaster? I don't think it's going to be a roller coaster because I don't think there's enough room for that. I would love a trackless, non-shooter ride with super awesome graphics and animatronics. But that is what we got so far. A lot of, ooh, they're adding like a big beam over there. You see that, you guys? You see the big beam that they're adding right there? I wonder if they're lowering that down, or is that going to be the height of the building? After looking at it further, it is on the roof of the building. That is going to be the height of part of the building, or maybe the sign. I'm not sure, but it's the first of maybe many high structures going up over there. Now let's head on over to Pixar Pier and see what's going on with this Inside Out ride. They are doing something over here in the Incredibles land where, I don't know, the little water feature is closed off over there with a red wall. Jesse's Critter Carousel is open now, and I don't think that has anything to do with it. Maybe they had some issues with the water feature leaking or cracking, or just the pump system breaking down. Because it's really new for them to actually already have it closed and doing new stuff. Ooh, the Inside Out ride is coming along nicely. I think it's called the Whirlwind of Emotions. I believe that's the name. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm correct or wrong. But look at the balls are up on the ride. They have some cool design. I'm glad they went with some designs inside of it, not just like a solid color ball. It really kind of makes it pop a little bit more. It's very purpley though. The whole area is very purple. And when I say purpley, you can see the backdrop is purple. It's a big giant purple wall and lots of little balls on that wall. And then over here you can see the tops of the canopies are going to be all the different colors, which should make this area is going to really pop. I have a feeling it's going to be very bright and colorful. What do you think? For those of you who are wondering, this is what it's going to look like. That's that purple wall I was just showing you. You can see the balls. And it looks like they'll have a little meet and greet right there at the front, which might cause some congestion, but we'll see. Looks interesting. The Silly Symphony Swings is still down, but it looks like they are putting it back up. I don't see any swings yet, but I do see the top. World of Color is out of the water, but I know for a fact it was running last night because the wifey was here watching the show. So I wonder if it's just up because they're doing some daily maintenance, or is it down for the count for a little while? I don't think so. I think it's still working. Well, that's it for the latest construction update. We want to thank you guys for joining us on our journey here on this channel. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below on what land you think should be refurbished next. Is it Tomorrowland? Is it Fantasyland? We already know Marvel Land's coming. But let us know in the comments down below, and we'll catch you next time.